So I'm going to hand over to Ellie now, and Ellie, please tell me when I need to move the slides on. But Ellie's one of our assistant project managers who works in the mental health space, and she is going to tell us a little bit more about what it's like to work at BMC and for the NHS Benchmarking Network.
Thanks, Sarah. Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Lovely. Right, hello everybody. As Sarah said, my name's Ellie and predominantly I work within the mental health team here at BMC. And what I really wanted to run through today is a bit more about the benefits of working for BMC and what I think we do really well and what it's like to work here more on a day-to-day basis really. So I've tried to summarise that in this colourful slide. And some of it touches on points that Sarah's already made. So, for example, the variety in your workload. There'll be some days where the majority of your tasks are very data driven. There's lots of work within the Excel tools that the teams have created and analysing the data from a numerical perspective. And in addition to that, there'll be other days where you're doing a lot of narrative writing and more qualitative analysis of the data. So that I would definitely say is a really big selling point for BMC, the fact that you are doing different things all the time. It's not sort of the same thing day in, day out, and it links back to that mix of core and bespoke products. We've got the projects that we do annually, so they're part of the annual work stream, and they come around every year and you follow a similar process. So you'll be working on some of those, and then in addition to that, we have the bespoke pieces that are a bit more ad hoc. The timescales tend to be shorter. The outputs are a bit more bespoke, and it just allows you to do a better deep dive. And from a personal point of view, it covers quite a range of topics. So today, for example, I've done a bit of work on Scotland's mental health workforce, and then this afternoon I've been working on eating disorder data. So it is always really different depending on which day of the week is. From a personal point of view, I think the company also offers really good career progression and development opportunities. I joined as a project coordinator just under 2 years ago, and you'll see now that I'm an assistant project manager. I also find that the management teams make it really clear in terms of what you need to do to progress, so you can see a clear pathway in terms of how you can progress within the company. And alongside that, we get some brilliant training opportunities. I've just done a RADA Presenting Made Brilliant course, and I thought, oh, this is going to be far too jazz handsy for me. But actually, it's really useful and it's really beneficial. So for them, when I'm presenting to clients, it's really helped me. And Prince 2 as well, which is, you know, recognised throughout the UK as a really good project management qualification. That's also something that the company offers. There's also the opportunity to work across different teams. So whilst I work within the mental health team, that's where I'm based. I do also work with other teams in different dynamics. So, for example, my colleague Alex and Alison, I work with them on CAMS, and then I'll work with Janet on mental health. So there's always a nice mix. You're not with the same people all the time, and we've found that even at the moment when everything is done virtually, there's still daily scrums where we can catch up, and there's lots of interaction there, not only with our teams but with the NHSBM members if they've got queries or they want some clarification on points around the specifications. We're there to help. So there's not an opportunity to get lonely at BMC, is what I would say. I think I've covered everything on that side. So Sarah, could you just bob me onto my next slide, which links to the fact that our products really do make a difference. It's not the case where you're working on spreadsheet after spreadsheet and you never see anything from it. It does all lead to these beautiful outputs. And I've just got an example of a few of the ones I've worked on here. And as I said, I'm not going to go into great detail, but just knowing, like Emma said at the beginning, with articles in these national newspapers, it shows the impact of the work that we do, both to providers who, you know, use it to get better funding for their CCG. It helps improve their services in terms of quality. And also what we've found, we've introduced a COVID monthly dashboard, both the community and the mental health team, so across our sectors. And what providers have fed back on that is that it's great to get it in such a timely way. For example, we've had, I think the deadline's on Monday for the mental health data from May, and providers will get that within 2 weeks. So it's not as though they're waiting on data that's already out of date. We try to get them to it in a really timely manner. So yes, that's what I wanted to show on this slide anyway, just how nice it is that the stuff we do is appreciated, and it's not just, you do get to see the benefits and what people do with the outputs rather than just typing a few figures in and then it never sees the light of day. So I just wanted to highlight that as my final point.